Welcome to Top 10 for you, your ultimate destination for all things related to the Canadian job market. If you're eager to explore the hottest career opportunities and secure your future in the Great White North, you've come to the right place. Join us as we delve into the top 10 in-demand jobs in Canada, providing you with valuable insights, trends, and tips to excel in your career journey. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, so you never miss a beat. The labor shortage in Canada keeps on being a major problem for the Canadian government. Studies have shown that the Canadian work market is reliant upon elevated degrees of movement to address the shortage. Migration will be vital to filling fundamental jobs and tending to the work hole in 2023. Inviting talented newcomers to Canada keeps on being an objective of the Canadian government for 2023. With almost 1 million work openings, there is a significant interest in gifted specialists to fill the accessible positions. Abroad up-and-comers with experience in sought-after occupations are supposed to be areas of strength for having the Canadian work market in 2023 and could be serious areas of strength for talented movement programs. Taking a gander at the Designated Provincial Nominee Program, PNP, draws across Canada reveals insight into which occupations are popular with regard to migration. By and large, professions in the medical services area, innovation field, and logical regions will more often than not be in that frame of mind the nation over. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, numerous medical services callings are particularly sought after, with numerous regions having designated PNP tracts to welcome more medical care laborers to Canada. Here are the 10 in-demand jobs that are popular for 2023. 1. Registered Nurse, RN. Occupations in the medical care area stay sought after in numerous regions across Canada. Because of the coronavirus pandemic, attendants are in especially short stockpiles, with multiple territories having designated PNP draws for enrolled medical caretakers. In view of the popularity of medical caretakers, there are additionally a few movement choices accessible to abroad up-and-comers with experience in nursing to urge them to consider Canada as a choice to move to. Average annual salary, $71,000. Highest paying provinces, Northwest Territories, Nunavut, and Yukon. Minimum education, bachelor's degree and registration with a provincial or territorial regulatory authority. 2. Web developers. A web developer is an expert who is engaged with the improvement of utilizations or site improvement. Ordinarily, there can be an enormous degree to the sorts of tasks that one could get the opportunity to deal with. With a roaring tech industry, there are numerous choices for tech laborers to move to Canada. With Canada's worldwide ability stream, web developers have a solid pathway for getting a Canada work license. There are likewise a few provincial nominee program, PNP, choices for newcomers with work insight in these occupations. Average annual salary, $72,650. Highest paying provinces, Ontario, Alberta, and Manitoba. Minimum education, bachelor's degree. 3. Electrical engineer. Electrical engineering vocations require the capacity to configure, dissect, and determine electrical frameworks. These frameworks are likewise then developed and tried by electrical specialists, making them fundamental in the whole cycle. Those functioning in this sort of job are supposed to keep up with these frameworks and parts to guarantee that they work securely. Regularly, this position requires an elevated degree of training. Average annual salary, $91,850. Highest paying provinces, Alberta, Newfoundland and Labrador, and Saskatchewan. Minimum education varies depending on role, a minimum of Bachelor of Science in Engineering. 4. Truck drivers. Truck drivers frequently top records as quite possibly of the most sought-after work in Canada. They are required in pretty much every Canadian region and domain to move business products from one coast to another. As per Measurements Canada, the opportunity rate in truck transportation is around 8%, giving those hoping to move to Canada as a transporter solid work possibilities. Average annual salary, $46,850. Highest paying provinces, British Columbia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and Nova Scotia. Minimum education, completion of truck driver training alongside appropriate licensing and endorsements. 5. Welder. Canada hopes to add 23,000 welding positions to the economy by 2028, making this calling popular. Welding positions are especially popular all through British Columbia and Prince Edward Island. In any case, those with welding experience are probably going to enjoy areas of strength all through the country while thinking about where to move to. Average annual salary, between $18 per hour and $41.10 per hour. Highest paying provinces, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and British Columbia. Minimum education varies but typically on-site training and/or a training certificate. 6. Veterinarian, vet. In the same way as other spots all over the planet, Canadian individuals love their pets. However, sadly, veterinarians are short in supply in Canada. This makes this profession perhaps of the most sought-after work in Canada for a very long time. Numerous territories have explicitly designated PNP draws to empower more vets in the country. A veterinarian attempting to fabricate a professional way in Canada is expected to have a permit from the administrative body inside the territories, domains, as this is a commonly directed occupation. Average annual salary, $95,830. Highest paying provinces, Saskatchewan, Edmonton, and Calgary. Minimum education, veterinarian license. 7. Licensed practical nurse, LPN. For similar reasons as registered nursing, licensed practical nurses top the rundown of sought-after positions in Canada. The coronavirus pandemic and the maturing populace are putting more expectations on the medical services framework, requiring more licensed practical nurses. Comparable to registered nurses, there are a few movement programs that those in the medical services field could profit from. Average annual salary, $55,550. Highest paying provinces, Manitoba, Alberta, and Saskatchewan. Minimum education, bachelor's degree and registration with a provincial or territorial regulatory authority. 8. Industrial electrician. Working in this sought-after work in Canada, circuit testers partake in the absolute best positions in the talented exchanges. Specifically, industrial electricians are sought after all through the country. Newcomers with pertinent training and business experience can find some work in Canada as an industrial electrician, or another comparative electrical technician profession. Average annual salary, $68,300. Highest paying provinces, Alberta, Newfoundland and Labrador, and Saskatchewan. Minimum education, on-site training and/or a trade certification. 9. Pharmacist. Pharmacists are liable for circulating medication and giving well-being interviews to exhort about medication. A pharmacist can fabricate a lifelong way by working in an emergency clinic, a pharmacy, or by beginning their own drugstore. Pharmacists are commonly directed, implying that every territory will have its own guidelines. To become a pharmacist, you should have a degree in pharmacy, finish the test led by the Pharmacy Examining Board of Canada, PEBC, and register in your area or domain to turn into a certified pharmacist in Canada. Like different professions in the clinical field, pharmacists have recently been popular. Average annual salary, $89,350. Highest paying provinces, British Columbia, Quebec, and New Brunswick. Minimum education, degree in pharmacy. 10. Accountant. Accountants are imperative to the tasks of a fruitful organization. As organizations fill in a post-pandemic economy, overseeing funds turns into an undeniably significant consideration in keeping up with progress. Accountants can hope to secure positions and valuable open doors all through the country with expected development in the following years. Average annual salary, $56,300. Highest paying provinces, Alberta, British Columbia, and Quebec. Minimum education, business-related diploma or bachelor's degree. Canada's Express Passage framework keeps on being the quickest and most proficient course to long-lasting homes for laborers with the right abilities and experience from a wide range of enterprises. Numerous provincial nominee programs, PNPs, are intended for talented specialists with explicit work insight. In the event that your work experience is popular, you might be qualified for a commonplace selection for a long-lasting home. Regions select up-and-comers with sought-after experience and abilities. If you have work insight into one of the above popular positions in Canada, you might be qualified for a provincial nominee program, PNP. With an expansion in work opening rates, a maturing Canadian labour force, and the ongoing migration focus of inviting more than 1 million newcomers in the following 3 years, this is the best opportunity for outside nationals searching for work to venture out toward Canadian movement. Thank you for joining us on this thrilling journey through Canada's most sought-after job opportunities. If you found our content helpful and informative, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Remember, your dreams are within reach, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. Until next time, keep aiming high and chase those career aspirations.